Every day, millions scroll through their phones, searching for the next big laugh or, that shocking moment. Viral pranks have become a cornerstone of internet culture, delivering instant amusement and sometimes instant stardom. With each outrageous video, people chase likes, follows, and that fleeting fame. The line between harmless fun and dangerous risk grows thinner with each new trend. Behind every viral video is a person hoping for attention, validation, and maybe just a bit of fortune. But what happens when the quest for online relevance goes too far? Pranks that once seemed innocent can quickly spiral into chaos. The internet never forgets, and consequences often ripple far beyond the screen. For young dreamers, the temptation to push boundaries can be overwhelming. Social media rewards the bold, the outrageous, and sometimes, honestly, the reckless. But with each risky prank, there's a chance for disaster. One bad decision can change everything. This is the story of Jake Williams. He was just another young man hoping to make it big online. But one prank, meant to be funny, turned into a tragedy that no one could have predicted. Jake Williams grew up in a small town, where, honestly, excitement was hard to come by. He was always the class clown, making people laugh with silly jokes and wild stunts. When he discovered social media, Jake saw a new stage, a place where he could reach thousands, maybe even millions. The idea of fame lit a fire in him. Jake started small, posting prank videos with his friends. They pretended to trip in public, staged harmless scares, and played tricks on each other in the grocery store. Every upload brought more followers, more shares, and of course, more excitement. Soon, Jake became obsessed with going bigger and bolder. One night, Jake watched a video of someone pulling a fake robbery prank in a city convenience store. The video had gone viral, racking up millions of views. Jake thought, why not me? He wanted that same rush, the same recognition. He began planning his own version, determined to stand out. Jake recruited his best friend Sam as his cameraman. They mapped out everything: costumes, dialogue, and even the store they would target. This prank would be the one to push Jake into internet stardom. He didn't pause to think about what might go wrong. On a chilly Friday evening, Jake and Sam arrived at the local Quick Mart. Jake wore a black hoodie, a fake mask, and carried a toy gun. Plastic, but honestly, it looked pretty realistic. Sam hid his phone behind a snack display, ready to record the whole thing. They exchanged nervous glances, adrenaline pumping. Jake took a deep breath. He burst through the door, shouting, "Everybody down! This is a stick-up!" Customers froze. The cashier's eyes widened in terror. What was supposed to be a joke suddenly felt all too real. Sam's camera shook as he tried to capture every moment. The prank escalated fast. Shoppers screamed, some dropped to the floor, and one man tried to run out the back. The cashier fumbled with the register, hands trembling. Jake yelled louder, waving the toy gun. The mood in the room shifted from confusion to pure panic. Suddenly, a customer near the entrance pulled out his phone and dialed 911. Within seconds, others followed, whispering frantic descriptions of a robbery in progress. The prank had crossed a line. Jake realized things were spinning out of control, but it was already too late to turn back. Outside, sirens wailed in the distance, growing louder every second. Inside, fear took over. A man near the back of the store, Mr. Harold Evans, had a heart condition. The shock of the robbery caused his chest to tighten, his breathing to become ragged. He clutched his chest, struggling for air. Jake, seeing the panic, tried to calm everyone down. "It's just a joke!" "Look, it's fake!" he shouted, pulling off his mask. But his words were drowned out by the chaos. The toy gun still looked real. No one was laughing. The fear had taken hold and would not let go. Sam realized things were out of control. He stopped recording and yelled for Jake to stop. But outside, police cars screeched to a halt. Officers rushed in, weapons drawn, shouting commands. The confusion was total. No one knew what was real anymore. In the confusion, Mr. Evans collapsed to the floor. The prank had created a panic so intense it triggered a medical crisis. Jake and Sam were handcuffed, faces pale with shock. The prank was over, but the nightmare was just beginning. Paramedics arrived quickly, but, the damage was already done. Mr. Evans was rushed to the hospital, but he never regained consciousness. Later, doctors confirmed that the stress and fear from the prank had triggered a fatal heart attack. A family lost a husband, father, and friend, all because of a joke gone wrong. The news spread quickly. Local headlines screamed about the deadly prank at Quick Mart. Jake's name appeared everywhere, along with grainy footage from the security cameras. The internet, once his playground, turned into a place of blame and outrage. Messages flooded his inbox, some angry, others pleading for answers. Jake was devastated. He had never meant to hurt anyone, let alone cause a death. The weight of guilt was just crushing. Sam struggled too, haunted by what he had filmed. Their dreams of viral fame had turned into a real-life tragedy. No video could ever erase what had happened. For Mr. Evans's family, the pain was, honestly, unimaginable. Every day they asked why anyone would pull such a dangerous stunt for laughs. The cost of internet fame was now measured in grief and loss, impossible to take back. The police treated the incident as a serious crime. Officers reviewed every angle of the security footage, piecing together the timeline. Jake and Sam were questioned for hours. Their prank was now evidence in a case involving a tragic death. Detectives wanted to know every detail: who planned it, who recorded it, and why they thought it was a good idea. Jake tried to explain. He showed them the toy gun, begged them to understand it was just a joke. But the law was clear. Actions had consequences, no matter the intention. The fact that it was a prank did not erase the fear or the fatal outcome. Public pressure mounted. Protests erupted outside the police station, and social media debated who was to blame. Some called for harsh punishment, while others blamed the culture of viral pranks itself. The town was divided, searching for answers in a sea of anger and confusion. The authorities charged Jake with involuntary manslaughter, citing reckless endangerment and the direct link to Mr. Evans's death. Sam faced charges too, as an accomplice. The prank had become a criminal act, and the justice system was determined to hold someone accountable. Detectives interviewed everyone in the store that night. Witnesses described the terror they felt, the screams, and the moment Mr. Evans collapsed. Security footage showed Jake's every move, from the fake gun to the cries of "it's a prank." But the video also captured the fear that filled the room. Lawyers argued in court, debating intent versus impact. Jake's defense claimed he never meant harm. He only wanted views and online fame. The prosecution focused on the consequences, reminding everyone that a man had died because of Jake's choices. The courtroom was tense, every detail dissected. Sam testified, voice shaking, about how quickly things had gone wrong. He admitted they never expected anyone to get hurt, but the evidence was clear. Their actions had created real, deadly fear. The jury watched the video, silent and somber. After weeks of testimony, the verdict came in. Jake was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Sam received a lighter sentence, but would always carry the weight of what happened. The prank, meant to entertain, had led to tragedy, and now justice demanded a price. After the trial, life would never be the same for anyone involved. Jake served his sentence, haunted by memories of that night. He wrote letters to Mr. Evans's family, begging for forgiveness. Some days, the guilt felt unbearable. Other days, the loss seemed too vast to measure. Sam moved away, unable to face the town where it all happened. He deleted his social media accounts, avoiding the endless comments and reminders of their mistake. Their dreams of internet fame had become a nightmare from which they could never fully wake. Mr. Evans's family struggled to heal. They cherished his memory but found it hard to forgive the young men who had taken him away. The community tried to move forward, but the scars were real, visible every time someone mentioned Jake's name or the prank that changed their town. The internet moved on, but for those involved, the story never ended. The true cost of the prank was not just in headlines or courtrooms, but in the lives forever altered by one reckless decision. The Jake Williams story is a cautionary tale for anyone chasing internet fame. Viral pranks may seem harmless, but the risks are real. One moment of thoughtlessness can destroy lives. The drive for online attention pushed Jake to make a choice that could never be undone. Fame comes with responsibility. The internet may reward the daring, but it does not protect the reckless. Every action, every prank, carries consequences beyond the screen. No number of likes or views is worth a human life. Communities must talk to their young people about the dangers of seeking fame at any cost. Parents, teachers, and friends must remind them that real life is not a game, and some mistakes cannot be fixed. The world needs more empathy, more caution, and more understanding of the power and peril of social media. Let the tragedy of Jake Williams serve as a warning. Viral pranks are not just entertainment. They are real, with real victims and real consequences. Fame is fleeting, but the damage can last forever.